Hi, my name is Brian Vecchi. I'm an evangelist at Varonis, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the GDPR. A lot of companies are panicking. What does this mean? How does this affect me? Because GDPR affects you whether you've got a physical building in the EU or not. If you've got the personal data of EU citizens, whether they're your customers, employees, partners, or what have you, you're subject to the GDPR, and you need to make sure that that data is kept secure and private. Real quick, privacy and security are two different things, right? So privacy is about making sure that you appropriately collect only what you need, that you use it appropriately, and that you destroy it when you don't need it. Security is about making sure that the right people have access to that data, and it's really tough to keep data private if you don't keep it secure. 58% of the companies that we looked at in our risk report last year had more than 100,000 folders open to everybody. That's a huge amount of data that's not being kept very secure, and it's really difficult to keep data private if you don't keep it secure. So what can you do if you are subject to the GDPR and you haven't done anything yet? The first thing is don't panic. Go out and scan for all of the EU personal data, whether it's social insurance numbers, driver's license numbers, license plates, blood types, email addresses, what have you. Just go out and find it. Do a risk assessment. So if all you do is just find it, map who's got access to it, and start monitoring it, at least you know where you're at risk and you can start taking some steps. Once the GDPR is in effect, you need to do a lot of different things when it comes to this data, though. You need to make sure that the right people have access to it. A big part of that is knowing who it belongs to, who are your data owners. They've got to do regular data risk impact assessments. So you need to understand kind of why you're collecting it and how it's being used. And in order to answer those questions, you need to really know who that data belongs to. If something goes wrong, GDPR says you've got 72 hours to notify the local authorities. When you do that, you also have to have a forensic record of what happened. So if you're not monitoring access and you don't have a record of activity, it's really going to be difficult to provide that forensic record. So once the deadline is behind us, what can we expect? Everybody expects Facebook, Google, and Amazon to take the biggest hit initially, but after that, it's going to be everybody else because every company has personal data and so many companies have lots of it and it's not properly secured. GDPR is a topic that we're writing a lot about on our blog, so if you'd like to learn more, go to blog.varonis.com. And if you think you'd like to do a risk assessment on your data, you'd like to go out and just scan for what you've got, find GDPR data, figure out who's got access to it, where it might be exposed, and even just start putting monitoring in place, which is a really good first step, shows you've been doing your homework, you can go to varonis.com and get a free risk assessment on your file systems as well. Thank you very much.